Well, what do you know? A Spider-Man action figure where the hands actually stay on the peg. And look, guys, there's no horrible shading. And you can actually pose it. And it's not $100. Let's get into it. Hey guys, back again with another video. I had to throw that shot because I got so much hate on the last Spider-Man video I did for that trash, yes, garbage MAFEX fig with the horrible shading and the loose hands that fall off the peg. Like, guys, I'm sorry, that figure's trash. And reading the comments, guys, let me just say this. And I want to be very, very clear. I buy my action figures. I don't just, borrow figures just to do reviews and get the likes, and not even throwing shade to anybody who does that. But I'm just saying, when I spend my money and the figure's trash, like that MAFEX classic Spider-Man, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call it out. If I take a fig out of package and it's trash, I'm sorry. I just have to say it. I'm not gonna just say something is perfect just for the hell of it. When I spend my money, I want it to be worth the money that I spent on it and the time that I waited for it. And reading the comments that I got on that video, I was just waiting for the racist stuff. I was just waiting for that. It boarded. It got to the line. It bordered on the line of it, but it didn't go fully there. But I just wanted to say that, guys. Like, guys, this is supposed to be fun. A fun hobby. I'm not gonna respond to every comment, but I'm sorry, that figure's trash, and it is what it is. Now let's get to this. Let me be perfectly clear, guys. I hated this movie. To me, this movie was trash. It's not Spider-Man. To me, this is, I don't know. But Mezco was doing it. I was like, you know what? I started seeing photos. I was like, you know what? Let me grab these guys. Let me grab it, and maybe let me see what's going on. And I'm not disappointed. I am totally like. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. But these are not bad figures. Not bad at all. Let's get into the homemade suit first. Because this guy, I'm not going to say it's phenomenal, but just in terms of the scale and everything, and the articulation, they still using that. It's a totally different buck than the tech suit. Matter of fact, let's compare that now. Let's get that out the way. I see why Mezco took so long and why they redid this fig, and it hope you guys can tell. Let me back it up a little bit. It's a totally different buck than the homemade suit. Like, you just tell by the hands, like even the hands on the homemade suit are bigger. Like, look at that. It's a total difference. Look at the arms. The arms are totally different. I want to say, I hate to say it like this, but I want to say that the tech suit maybe is on a female buck with how small it is. But as you can, guys, let's get the negative out of the way first. Yes, this area right here is troubling. It is. It looks crazy. Maybe this part needed to come down a little bit more, like the classic Spider-Man that Mez did, but it helps you get into a more dynamic range of poses. But it just looks funny. You can see how it bunches up. But the details in the suit are good. I'm not mad at this fig at all. But to be honest, I think the homemade suit is a little bit better. Not by a lot, but it just, in terms of the actual figure, the way the figure is built, the way the buck is on the fig. You don't have this long, area right there in the crotch. Like, it's just, it looks very, very female-esque on the tech suit. It's not as skinny as maybe the Catwoman, but or Wonder Woman for that matter. But the tech suit does come with multiple heads. Got the eyes that squint a little bit. I like how the eyes are not embedded into the mask. It makes it look more tech. And other eyes are just a little bit more wider. I think it's cool. It looks alright. It looks decent. And yes, the $1 million question. Does the Holland head look on it? Fits perfect. And just for the record, this is not my Spider. Tom Holland is just the worst to me. He's not good. My bad, homemade. But Mezco did a bang up job on this. Hold on. It's a pretty good likeness. I think Mezco is coming into their own with their unmasked heads. But once again, even you can tell the head on the homemade suit is way bigger than any of the tech suit heads. You can look at that. I don't know if you can tell, but in hand it's way bigger. But I think I'm feeling this guy a little bit more. Just the details. This is more Peter Parker-esque than this suit. This is more like, you know, I'm Iron Man's bitch kind of figure. But just as a standalone figure on its own, even if you like the movie, I would say grab it. I'm not going to diss any other companies, you know, because I guess people like that crap. But it is what it is. There are gripes with this guy. Like I said, this long crotch area. This long crotch area is disturbing. Like, you know, when you move the web shooters, stay in one spot. But the details look good though. They didn't skimp on the details, guys. The feel of the material is great. Head looks good. I don't know, I don't want to say that yet, but I don't know. I may put these up. I don't know. I'm not sure. The amazing thing is, no pun intended, if they went with a young Miles Morales and gave us another Miles Morales fig with this scope, with this buck, or even this buck, I would say do it. More like this, because Miles is a younger character, so this buck would be perfect for Miles Morales. Now, Tony May, I know you don't like Spider-Man. I understand. If Tony May came out and said he's going to do a Miles Morales suit, I would send this to him so fast, this buck, and I would just do away with this guy, because, you know, Tom Holland is horrible. But yeah, guys, it's not bad. You get what you pay for. I would say that. Unlike, you know, that MAFEX trash where you're gonna pay like $100 now, probably or more. And when you finally get it, you know, the hands are falling off and you're gonna get this horrible shading. It's trash, bro. It's hard. Anyway, I'm not gonna even talk about that fig, man. And for all you haters that don't like that, you know what you can do. But yeah, guys, I would say if you're a fan of the if you're a fan of Mezco, number one, but if you're also a fan of the movie, I would say get it. especially the homemade suit. If you can, find someone who's selling it, homemade suit is good. Tech suit is good also. But there you have it, guys. Just want to come up here and do a little quick video. They both come with multiple hands. The webbing system is the same. You don't wrap it around. You don't wrap it around the wrist, which looks ridiculous, especially as a Spider-Man fan. It's supposed to look like it's coming from the actual web shooter. You know what? Let's take a look at that before we go. Hold on. Look at that, guys. Webs that look like they're actually coming out of the web shooters. Can you believe it? In this day and age, you're not wrapping it, fake looking webbing around his wrist that look utterly ridiculous. Like this is back in 2000, 2002. Look at that, guys. Spider-Man shooting webs. What do you know? Alright, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.